Yeah, g'day, I'm John Vinson. I play blindside flanker for the West Bulldogs. Probably was about 10 when my brother was just coming into grade 8 and they said he was keen on playing rugby, and we'd watched Dad play footy, and so Dad started up the junior rugby club in Charters Towers. There was a senior one, so I guess for our family, the Charters Towers Bulls and rugby in general has just played a huge part in our sort of upbringing, so it's pretty special to me. We only lived 100 metres away from the clubhouse, and Dad was the president for something like 15 years in a row, and when I think of junior rugby and the memories I've made, it's really something special, because that club has played a big part in not just myself but a lot of young fellas from Charters Towers' lives. I finished school, I took a gap year in Charters Towers, and I played reserve grade for the Bulls in the senior competition, which was unreal. And then the following year I took another gap year in Townsville, and I played for Teachers West in Townsville, and Tom was also there. Unfortunately he couldn't play because he suffered a knee injury, but he was a part of the coaching staff, and we had a pretty special bond over that year, and we did a lot of things together and a lot of footy stuff together, and we ended up winning the premiership, so it was a great year for myself and for the club. Obviously had the 2 years off after school and knew that I wanted to go to uni, and I'm really interested in agriculture and the beef industry, so Gatton was the place to go to. In terms of footy there, they have a great club out there, the Gatton Black Pigs, and it was a really fun environment and a lot of good fellas there, and we just had a great time. The club culture from a bunch of young fellas just trying to play footy, was something special. Yeah, so obviously Dad had played for the Healers a long time ago. My brother played Colts Healers and senior Healers for a few years, and so for me to finally have a chance at making that team and getting in, it was really special for our team, for our family. Dad still has his jersey, Tom obviously still has his, and for me to make that, it was just pretty special, because I'd finally got to the calibre that they were at. Healers was the highest quality of footy I've ever played, and it probably just made me more hungry to try and come down to Brisbane and strive for bigger and better things, because once you've played at that high quality, you just want to keep pushing forward. Probably 6 weeks into pre-season, so just when I was starting to feel like I was getting a bit of progress, starting to feel pretty good, I got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. So I guess the turning point for that was I was really tired, and I'd go to a lecture for uni and it'd go for an hour, and then I'd go home and I'd have to have a sleep after an hour lecture. I couldn't keep myself going. And then with training, we're training quite hard, and I just thought, well, just because I haven't been training hard recently, this is why I'm getting so tired. But it was really knocking me around. I finally went and got a blood test, because I thought, done a bit of research and saw that low iron might have been a problem, and came back that, type 1 diabetes, slow onset. So obviously you'd normally get that when you're a kid, but it was just dormant, and now sort of hit me, and then so it really slowed down my progress with the pre-season, and I probably lost a fair bit of conditioning, and then had to probably start all over again. Well, there was never a point where I was like, oh, I'm stopping footy. There was never that point. It was always a point of, righto, how am I going to play footy with this? I guess I haven't really hit a point where it's been too much. It's always been manageable, and I've just always been able to be like, when it gets too much, maybe look at it then. But at the moment, I'm still, still enjoying it, and I still physically can do it. With the club specifically have been really good in terms of with me managing. Probably Flinny, our S&C coach, probably the most. He's had a fair bit to do with rugby players with diabetes, and he's been really influential in managing my training load and my gym load, and making sure that I'm keeping up to date speed. I don't think I can imagine not playing rugby and having a free Saturday, stuff like that. It's always just been such a big, as long as I can remember, it's just been, footy on the weekends, and I love the mateship and the routine that all the training and the games gives me. And obviously with my diabetes too, keeping fit and healthy plays a big role in keeping my sugars sort of down. So At the moment, because I'm quite fit, you know, I feel good, I feel healthy, my levels are good, and I think that reflects in like my family life, my uni life. You know, I'm just happy to be playing footy, and I just don't think, you know, I can't imagine life without it.